Cool it! This one will be frozen in time.
Invisible evidence! Motion to...
Heat. Freeze.
Yeah.
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Oh, so sorry. Dodge this. Cool it.
Incinerate!
You're in for a little shock.
Freeze.
Motion to compel!
Oh no, I'm gonna ruin my gloves.
Come on.
Freeze.
Boom!
Do frostbite. Dodge this.
Time for your arraignment! Motion to compel! Prepare to be blown away! I have high hopes for this journey. Witness my
haven't been to the Yai Publishing House in a while. Paimon wonders if they have any new books in. The one we read with A that time was pretty cool.
Come on, this is a no-brainer, man. There's only one thing worth wishing for, and that is a ton of Mora.
But the exam's next week. If I fail again, I'm seriously done for. I'm better off wishing that my exam goes smoothly.
It's just an exam. Trust me, there's no problem you can't solve by throwing Mora at it. If it doesn't work, then just keep throwing till it does.
What are they arguing about? It's quite a spirited debate.
Huh? Really? You guys don't know? You need but stand on this land at midnight, lower your head and recite a special incantation, then your wish will come true. Looks like you guys really aren't in the loop. This, my friends, is the next big thing. A highly effective wish ritual.
What's up,
guaranteed
guys?
to
How
make your
y'all
wishes
doing?
come true.
A
chat
wish
with me.
ritual?
I'm playing
That
Yai
actually
Book List.
works? Right? Even
I didn't believe it at first either, but that changed when it worked for someone I know. It's this guy called Kunihiko. He's practically always been unemployed, wastes his days away, and he owes a lot of money. Like, a lot. But get this. I don't see him for a few days, and suddenly I find him dressed to the nines and feasting at a high-class restaurant. I heard it directly from him. He used this wishing ritual, and the next day he woke up to find his whole bed filled high with Mora.
his whole bed was filled with...
Of course, I'm sure the part about waking up lying on a bed of Mora is a bit of an exaggeration. Whether you believe it or not, it's not exactly a difficult ritual. It can't hurt to give it a try, right?
If you're still feeling skeptical, just ask around. There are a lot of very compelling stories going around these days.
Really? Well, come on! Let's go ask around right now, shall we? Well, if it really is true, then just think of all the Mora Paimon could... Oh, and you'd finally be reunited with your twin, too! Inspection, it seems like there really are a lot of people talking about this kind of stuff. Hey, see those two? Paimon remembers them from the Yai Publishing House. One's an editor and the other's an author.
Grasp the thought in mind. Clear like the light of the moon. As close as kin with you.
No, it's not hear my summons, it's...
Hey, what are you guys up to?
Whoa! Sheesh, you scared me!
Incantation? Are you guys trying out this new wishing ritual stuff too?
Junkichi is trying it out, to be specific. I mean, I obviously don't. But Junkichi never listens to an outside opinion, so...
Mr. Shigeru, can you please be a little more accommodating? This is extremely important to me. People have had all kinds of wishes come true. Become more attractive, get rich quick, ace their studies. I'm just a poor, struggling writer. Anyway, I just know this is going to work. I have a gut feeling about it.
Didn't you say the same thing when you went to make your wish at the Grand Narukami Shrine? Oh,
The Omamori from the shrine take too long to have any effect on your luck. Alright, enough of that. Help me get this incantation down. My new book depends on it.
Look, to be completely honest, I think you need to sit down and have a good think about what kind of story you want to write. Look at you now. Trying dubious methods from any old light novel.
Wait. What? This wishing ritual
Yep, it's from the one called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. No, it's most likely a self-published title. It just appeared out of nowhere and took Inazuma by storm. As a fellow writer, I'll refrain from passing comment on how well the story is written.
Look, Junkichi. Yes, everyone's saying it's real, it works, but that's only half the story. I've also heard lots of people saying that everyone who's had their wish granted using this method starts behaving strangely.
What's so surprising about that? They're probably just giddy with joy at having their wish come true.
This is starting to sound a little suspicious. Why don't we go to the Grand Narukami Shrine and ask Yai Miko about it? She's the expert with it. Miko! Great, you're here!
Well, hello there, young ones. What brings you to the shrine? It just so happens that I have a wonderful novel here. I highly recommend it. Oh? Well, what did you want to ask?
Well, we were just... actually, you look kind of busy. Is this a bad time?
No, not at all. It's nothing major.
Lady Guji, what do you mean, nothing major? I'm begging you...
It really is nothing major. I stand by that. Oh, but since you're so curious, let's have him relate the story one more time, just for you.
You two seem to have a good relationship with Guji-ai. Please, put in a good word for me. You have to convince her to help my brother. Here's what happened. My name is Kato Yohei, and my brother is Kato Shingo. All he's ever wanted is to become a swordmaster, so he once asked Sensei Domon of the Meikyo Shisui art to take him on as a disciple. Domon turned him away. Took one look at him and said he didn't have what it takes to train in the art of the sword. But since his victory, he's been acting extremely strange.
You know, there really aren't as many evil spirits lurking around as you seem to think. Your brother achieved the goal he'd been striving toward for as long as he can remember, and now it's gone. It's only natural that he feels a little empty and lost while he's trying to find a new direction. If it were me, I'd just leave him be for a couple of days. He'll recover on his own soon enough.
No, Lady Guji. If you saw him for yourself, you'd know. I guarantee you he's not acting like someone who feels empty and lost.
Oh, all right. Then tell me, when did your brother spar with Domon's disciple?
Everyone.
About 5 days ago.
5 days ago, you say?
Yes, Lady Guji. That's a long time for him to be acting up like this. I'm really worried about him. Our greatest wish is to one day found our own school, just like Domon. We can't jeopardize that dream now.
Wait a minute, now I'm a little confused. Are you here to save your brother, or are you here to make your dreams of founding a martial arts school come true?
Well, they're kinda two sides of the same coin, aren't they?
Whatever. Let me ask you this. Have you heard of any interesting new rumors lately? If so, I'd love to hear about them.
What? Rumors? I haven't heard anything.
Oh dear. Well, that's too bad.
Lady Guji, please stop changing the subject. This is someone's life we're talking about here. Please, you've gotta help me.
Miko, he seems really
Hunting Quaving.
This thing with his brother sounds really bad.
Okay, fine. Then it's decided.
Yay, Miko! So you're gonna help him?
Kato, whatever your name was, these two guests are trusted
Hey
acquaintances of
Protons,
mine,
how you
and
doing?
in fact, they are experts in
Welcome
resolving...
back.
Yeah! Wait a sec!
Really?
Did you manage to lower
Is
your
that
world
hesitation
level
that I
so I
detect in
can
your
join you
voice?
and play my friend?
Not at all, never. Whatever Lady Guji says, I trust wholeheartedly. Thank you two for your
How was
willingness
your
to
day?
help. Please follow me.
No, hold on a hot second, Miko! We may be a lot of things, but we ain't exorcists!
Don't worry. If he wants an exorcism, just grab a handful of salt and mutter some mumbo-jumbo while you're sprinkling it around. It's a common trope in light novels, right? You just have to have a bit of bravado. as soon as the protagonist gains some. Well, you were
Awesome,
the
I'm
ones
doing
who
well.
seemed concerned
Today
about
has
his
been a very lazy
situation.
day.
Don't you think it would be a little unfair to make me do all the work?
It's good to have lazy
Besides,
days
we
some
both
days.
know you wouldn't be here at the Grand Narukami Shrine unless you had a request for me too. This is an opportunity to demonstrate that you come in good faith.
This feels all wrong. But you technically have a point, so...
All right, let's go. Don't worry now, I'll be coming along too.
Okay, let's follow Yohei and go visit his brother.
High world level players can join any world level. It's just PlayStation and PC beef.
Sure what's going on in Miko's
How
mind.
to fix
Now
it,
that just sucks.
More disinterested than usual in
That's
Yohei's
too bad
situation.
then.
Well, a life's at stake here, so it looks like we'll have to deal with that
I'll
first
just wait
before
for
we'll
you
get
to
the
get a
chance to ask her
PS5
about the
or
incantation stuff. Surely that child
I get a
is
PC.
enough.
What's the hurry?
How strange. My brother's been meditating here pretty much constantly over the past few days, but now he's gone.
Meditating?
Yeah, it's something that he suddenly started doing after
I
defeating
think you
Domon's
have to
disciple.
enable crossplay on
He just
PlayStation.
sits
Not
there
sure
alone,
Phil read
talking to
lots of
himself.
articles kinda
It's
confused
pretty
off.
disturbing, actually. But that's not important right now. Where the heck could he have gone in his current state?
This does pose a bit of a problem. If we can't find your brother, well, we can't perform an exorcism with nothing to exorcise, can we? Kato, whatever your name was, given the circumstances, why don't you start by going to find your brother and also picking up a handful of salt on your way? We'll need to use it during the exorcism.
Okay.
Okay, wait,
got it. I'm on it.
let me check.
Miko,
Give
what
me a
about
second,
us?
I'll check if I
Shouldn't
can
we help
enable
look for his
crossplay
brother
from
too?
my console.
No need. While What's-His-Face is handling that, we'll take a walk around and ask people what they know about the two brothers. Maybe we'll...
Okay, so okay, I've checked. My crossplay game invitations are open. It was already open. So the ball is in your court now again. Okay, I'm gonna go back to playing my game again.
What's the hurry?
Well, now I feel shouldn't have spent so much on PC lol.
About the Kato brothers.
Oh, are you
Lol.
debt collectors?
Which one do
Yohei
you
said to
have?
tell
Which
you
one
not
did
to
you get for
worry. He'll
yourself?
be able to pay you back as soon as he has enrolled a few disciples.
Is it like an Alienware
Debt
sort of,
collectors? No, we're not here for anything like that.
or like a proper assembled one?
It sounds like Yohei and Shingo have gotten themselves into a bit of a pickle.
Well, yes. I don't think there's any disputing that. Those two don't have an ounce of dedication
I built
between
custom PC.
They just hop between ideas and won't stick to anything.
Huh? But Yohei said his brother
Wow,
has always
okay,
wanted to become a
that's
sword
nice.
master, and even
I
asked
wouldn't know where
Domon
to
to be
start.
his sensei.
I'll just buy myself
That's
a Mac
true,
or something
yes.
and then just
Shingo
get done with
requires
it.
powerful PC, so
Work requires powerful.
But even after
Okay.
convincing a renowned sensei to give him a chance, he was the same as ever, bumming around in class instead of focusing on his training. In the end,
I
Domon
wonder
had
what
enough
you
and
do.
kicked him out.
You said you're a
But
developer.
Shingo was
Did you
resentful
say that?
about it. He blamed
I'm not
Domon
sure
for not
now.
seeing his potential, and even declared that he would challenge a disciple of Domon to a duel.
Wait, what? That's not what we heard.
Oh, how
I'm
interesting.
an engineer.
We heard a slightly different version. My brother wasn't about to resign himself to defeat. He trained every day as hard as he
Engineers.
could
What
and
sort of an
finally
engineer?
proved himself by defeating one of Domon's best
Mechanical?
disciples in a duel recently.
I am in the creative field.
Yohei said
I
that?
write for
That
films,
Shingo
ads, and
trained
things.
hard. That's ridiculous. He just lay there cussing to high heaven all day, every day. Some training regimen, that is. Yohei did tell me about Shingo winning the fight, but I took it with a grain of salt. You can ask Kenji at the village entrance more about that. He always has reliable information.
I'm a mechanical engineer, yeah. Design engineer.
Hey there, we've come to ask you about the Kato brothers.
Oh.
That's
You mean
nice.
Shingo and Yohei?
I can understand a lot of
We heard
my
that Shingo
cousins are
defeated an
mechanical
apprentice
engineers.
of Domon's recently. Is that true?
Very
Yes, it's
studious
true.
and
Wait,
maybe because
so
they
are you
have
here
to
because
be,
you
or
heard they're
there's
starting
no
their own
chance of
school and you're
passing
looking to
it.
sign up?
We're not here to sign up, but we would like to hear more details about the fight.
PTW game sound is too much.
The right person. I actually went to watch it.
Okay, game sound is too much. I don't know how to fix it. Give me a minute.
I thought it was a joke when I first heard that Shingo was going to challenge a disciple of the Meikyo Shisui art. But when he drew his sword, he became a whole different person. The way he handled his blade, it was like flowing water, mesmerizing to watch. Domon's disciple is no pushover, but he was absolutely no match for Shingo.
Is Shingo really that strong?
Yep, he seemed pretty euphoric after winning the duel, too. He was celebrating very vocally, saying something like, "What a duel. I haven't felt this good in a long time."
Any other details to share? We've heard that Shingo has been behaving rather out of character since then.
I'd definitely say that he has more energy than he used to. In the past, he
I
never
had to
used to do
rewind
much except lie
backstream
around
since I
sunbathing
didn't
all
get
day.
what you said.
But just yesterday, for example, I saw him cutting down trees for the village head. In the space of one afternoon, he did what most people couldn't finish in 3 days. Not only that, but he managed to fell a lavender melon tree with just one kick.
Oh,
Looks like you're on creative field. Wow, talented.
Is it better now?
Quite impressive.
Things got weird after that,
Okay,
though.
that's
The village
like
head brought out
really
some tofu for him,
too much.
and he just flipped out. He shouted, "What is that stuff? Keep that away from me!" and then ran off.
Well,
Lady Guji, esteemed exorcists.
I think most of the
Finally,
backbenchers
I
go
found
into
you.
creative fields.
I found
I
my
was
brother.
myself
He's at
a
the waterfall, and I've got the salt you asked for
First
too.
row seat,
Come on,
but I
let's
don't know
go.
what went wrong.
Oh, as much as I'd prefer to stay and hear some more delicious details, I suppose we'd better be going now that he has been found.
Haha. How's your day so far?
Look.
So this is Yohei's brother. Whoa. He's meditating while sitting in a waterfall. That's pretty wild. Hey, listen! He's talking to himself.
Please, fine. I was saying I think you kind of lost connection.
How's that?
I was saying it was a rather lazy day. It wasn't up to much. But I get few days like this, so enjoying it to the fullest.
Found your own school. Ha! So shallow. How can a manly man
Okay, thank you.
aspire to
Click on
something
I want menu.
so
Okay,
lame?
story is happening, so I can't do it apparently. And funny thing I noticed, my stream video is lagging quite a bit, but my audio is real time because you are replying to me in the right speed, but my video that I can see streaming is far behind.
Please, spare me! Spare me! I can't feel the...
Let me
man,
get out of this and I will fix
can't
the
take
mic
anymore.
problem.
I'm gonna... Yohei.
Did you hear that? Oh, the nun...
Huh? Who goes there?
He stood up! And...
No, don't come any closer. Help!
What do we do? Miko, think of something!
Oh, Yohei, your brother's life is hanging in the balance.
Well, how should I know?
The way it looks to me is that Shingo feels terribly resentful to you.
I don't know what to tell you.
TBVH, I had such a boring, lazy day as well. I decided to go out, but decided I should just nap.
Yohei, I suggest you think very... your brother is your closest relative, and yet 5 whole days pass.
But,
As you wish. It's fine by me
Yeah,
if you don't
that
want to tell the
happens, no?
truth.
I
But
keep
after
thinking
Shingo
myself to
dies,
go out
you'll
and
be
stuff.
next. It's futile trying
I think
to
now my
escape.
friends are also tired enough so they don't invite me out anymore because they are like, Goli
After
degi.
all, you did summon it together.
all right, I'll talk. I'll tell you Yes, that's it. The one that's all the rage right now. You just have to recite an incantation at midnight and your wish will be granted. Just like the book described, we drew the magic symbol after my brother wished to become a swordmaster because I was worried that if that happens, it'd ruin our plans to start a martial arts school and we'd be back to being poor.
So then, why'd you go to the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Well, because with the way he's acting now, I was worried that rumors might start spreading that he's gotten involved in the occult arts or something. And then no one would want to sign up as his disciple.
Very patient ones.
Face red droopy eyes. Face red droopy
I'm forever grateful for them
Ingenious
sticking around.
schemes. Stop deluding yourself. These newfound sword skills...
You're right.
All right, then. Your turn now, my little friend. Toss the salt, and
Has
then
it been
draw your
long
sword.
since you went to EU? I'm sure you have sort of work friends, somebody you can go out and have a good time with.
It's the spirit!
See that? That's what you summoned. And look, now that Shingo's no use, it's coming straight for you.
Save me!
Miko! He fainted! What do we do now?
We do nothing. But you, little one, just a quick fight and this will all be over.
Come on. Fight me!
He's coming! Be careful!
I moved during bachelors.
Let me try.
Come a little closer.
Let the world collide!
Oh, so sorry.
You're in for a little... Try not to enjoy this too much.
Incinerate!
Freeze!
Oh wow, it's been
That was
long now.
great! Excellent! Woo! What a rush!
So I'm sure you have
I
like a
felt this
group of
great
friends.
in a
Yeah,
long
workmates mostly. We hang out to watch football in a bar drinking beer.
Disappeared.
Okay, football, yeah.
Well,
We can talk about it later. They're about to wake up.
You were always a football fan, or did you watch cricket a lot when you were in India, and then when you moved to EU because
I had the
they
weirdest
kind
dream.
of it's like a thing over
I
there.
dreamed that I wasn't a useless loser with a
They
sword
watch it
anymore.
fervently.
I even beat
so-
one of Dolmon's disciples. I thought we could finally open a dojo. I was terrified, and I wanted to take control of my body back, but I couldn't. And the voice kept talking about manliness.
Shingo,
I'm an old man,
shouldn't have
face blue
made that
covering
wish.
eyes.
We summoned a spirit and it...
Yes, and had we not come to your rescue, your life would have been over before too much longer. Then the spirit would have haunted
See,
your
there
brother
are
until
not
he
many
died of
old men
fatigue,
who
too.
play Genshin Impact, so
Thank
good
you,
for
Lady
you.
Guji. And
I
thank you for your
I
assistance.
love it that you're
Exorcism
enjoying your
All right,
life.
take him to get some rest. He's very weak right now. He will experience a high fever, but it won't be fatal. At this point, I would normally lecture you
I
on the
played
dire
only hockey and
consequences
watched
of
it
using occult
religiously.
methods to obtain power that does not belong to you. But I think you
Interesting.
get the picture
Okay.
now, don't you?
Yes, we understand now. We won't do it ever again.
Thank you, Lady Guji. Thank you, exorcists. We'll be on our way.
It's a shame that it's a national sport and people don't watch it. Even myself, I've never developed an interest in watching hockey.
But I didn't know a thing about football, other than few players' names.
Otherwise, I hardly
Okay.
think these two lazy rascals would have learned their lesson.
So, what was it that possessed?
You saw it
I
all for
strictly only
yourselves.
watch football
I'm sure
when,
you can
when
figure
it's
out
like
what
a
kind of
proper
spirit had possessed
World
him,
Cup sort of
can't
thingy.
you?
I think I need company to watch football if I have some company who kinda tells me what the fuck is going on, then I
As a
enjoy
matter of
it.
fact, it actually
Now I
seemed like it
think
was
I
trying
know
to train
little
Shingo to become
better than
bolder.
when I used to watch it before, when I was starting to watch football.
Tossing salt
but-
caused it to even if we'd done nothing at all, Shingo would have
Cricket is something
eventually
I've grown
become
up
too,
with
of course.
because my
It would
father
have
used
been
to
more
watch it as
stressful
well.
for Shingo and Yohei that way.
So
Still, the experience may ultimately have been
Okay.
more effective than me scaring them into submission with a
The
little
place I'm from, Cork. We are born to be hockey
oh wow, I did not know that about Coorg. I visited Coorg though. I love it. I did that.
Seems like we've wrapped up everything
What was
here.
there was this trek I
Come
did.
on,
I
off we
think
go.
it was called
Hold on, Miko.
Study and the Mole.
Everything's wrapped up. But are
Something
you
like
sure
that.
about that?
So when you reach at the top, you can see the peaks of
You mean
5
that they got the
mountains. I suppose.
incantation from
I
that
loved it.
book? Yes, I know the
Yes,
one.
I do watch cricket regularly.
Actually, that book's the
Not
whole reason
as
we
crazy
came
as
looking for you at the shrine today.
like these small series. But big ones I
don't have
do
powers like us
watch
yokai.
out for.
It's quite understandable for them to be.
For some time now, I've taken a break post World Cup
Incantations in the book
because team changes, all the players I've probably grown up with,
Even then,
and
humans
seen
only
them
have
grown
so
up.
much strength.
They're all out.
Even if they do.
New people coming in, so I'm gonna give it some time before I get back to it again.
Yeah, Yohei and Shingo may have been fine in the end, but things got pretty scary when Shingo was possessed.
Lady Yai, I finally found you.
Okay, RCB fan, good.
Kuroda,
Okay,
what are you doing here?
okay.
I'm here to report on Yai Publishing House's sale.
Let me see. What? We're losing market share?
Yes. Overall bestseller, readers' favorite, and trending. One book is topping the charts. It's called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits.
Both of you, back
back here now!
Miko? What is it? You have a real...
Things just got serious. A first-hand guide to summoning spirits is an all-round... Just what is that supposed to mean? I worked extremely hard. I have to come up with a counterplan.
Probably next time Coley and Rohit are gonna call it quits, so yeah, not interested in cricket anymore.
Am I to take it that the safety of the people of Inazuma isn't so important?
Next year asterisk.
Yeah, I'm sure. Maybe IPL they keep playing for about
Nothing's wrong, okay?
couple of
Come on.
times. I don't
We're
know.
going to war.
But
I'm
yeah,
going to
I
head
mean,
back and make some
other forms
preparations.
though done and
Meet me
dusted here.
outside.
Assuming you visited Tadiandamol, you must have visited North Kodagu instead of South Side.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay?
Most people don't really visit Southern Side, which is heavily underrated. Underrated asterisk.
Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen.
Okay, I think I fixed my audio problem. Can you confirm? Assuming you visited Tadi and the mall, you must have visited North Korea. Yes, I did. Yes. It was specially like a trip planned around Coorg only. So, yeah, and I was coming from Delhi, so I think it was a flight till Mysore, and then I took a bus because since I've been to Karnataka couple of times since I guess childhood, I kind of figured like roadways were much more beautiful to look at. So
You're audible, thank you.
Yeah, took a bus from Mysore and straight up went to Coorg. Madikeri, I think that's what it's called. Yay, I'm audible. Awesome.
I didn't know you were such a slacker.
See, I had fixed it about two minutes ago, and now in streaming I can see it's happening now. That's what I mean. Anyway, back to our discussion.
Next time if you plan to Coorg, visit South Side. Lots of forests and waterfalls.
Alright, Miko, we're here.
Okay.
What's your plan of action to deal with this rival book?
Okay. Lots of forests and waterfalls. Yeah, waterfalls are good. I did go to one of these waterfalls as well. I don't remember the name now.
It's to do with the Eye Publishing House.
Why am I so bad with names? This is what I keep doing. I keep telling because I've lived around so many parts except for probably like not the I mean East also West Bengal, yes, but not like your Odisha, Andhra Pradesh and that belt. I've been to so many places, like even places people don't usually go to. But then when I start talking about it, I'm like, that place I can't remember the name of. So it does not give me proper legitimacy to be talking about it, no?
Guide to Summoning Spirits is the
I
hottest
struggle.
light novel right now. If we did as you suggested, we would effectively be advertising to everyone that the in bending over backwards trying to warn everyone about the dangers, all we would accomplish is to create more curious readers.
Okay, yeah, that would be pretty catastrophic. Oh!
Leaving aside the issue of the enormous manpower and resources such an operation would require, Going to such lengths over a light novel would be extremely disruptive to the lives of Inazumans.
But that means there's nothing we can do.
Well, I've been thinking. I've read a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. It has many other good qualities besides the incantations alone. The book contains many ancient...
On a different note, I'm also curious about this third person silently watching and
That is why the book has become so
not saying
popular.
hi. Hello to you
I
too,
think we're
whoever
going to
you
have a
are.
difficult time trying to rein in its popularity while it's the only work in its league on the market. That's right. How do you get rid of the next big thing? You replace it with the next. So what we're going to do is create Inazuma's newest hit novel. Smash our rivals' sales numbers and win our readers back. That is how Yae Miko wages war. Incidentally, this will also be the best way to combat the influence of a first-hand guide to summoning
A
spirits.
silent ninja.
Miko, so you want us to write a novel?
Yes, a silent ninja.
Well, becoming an accomplished novelist certainly isn't an overnight process.
I suspect this might be somebody from my work as well.
Editor of
You
the
never
Yae
know.
Publishing House. I
Tomorrow
have
being
my
a Monday.
ways. I did say this is
What a
we're
sad
going to
thought,
do.
yeah.
I trust that the word teamwork is in your vocabulary. Anyway, there is a writer's submission event going on at the moment. Start by I'll be at Uyu Restaurant. Find me there when you're done. I will assemble a team, and we can work while we eat.
Workmates on stream UX.
I'll be honest, I read light novels for the cheap thrills. In most traditional stories, the protagonist usually has this long and drawn-out character arc, usually involving a process of separation,
It's
loss,
okay, mine don't bite.
ultimately growth and renewed strength.
They're
It
actually
goes
quite
well and
supportive.
everything. It's just a little slow-paced for me.
Anyway, jokes
There's
aside,
this popular light novel at the moment called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits.
I purely started live streaming just so I could talk to
That's what I mean by
strangers from distant lands
action-packed
and find out what they're up to.
protagonist is a kitsune who
And
not
maybe
only masters
kinda
the secret art of incantations, but also
try
tea
to take
ceremony,
away
painting, and
this
calligraphy.
maybe a very silent side of me.
I've been reading light these days, though. Everyone seems to be imitating each other.
That's nice of them.
Most of the time, I can guess what the story is about just from the title. The only recent book worth mentioning is A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. Not only is it a good story, but the descriptions are really true to life. So much so that I'm almost wondering if maybe the author really has met all those yokai before.
Introvert as well.
The key to a successful light novel is having good illustrations. When to use illustrations, what they should
Very
contain,
actually.
and which artist you should commission for them.
I try not to be.
Key
I
things to
don't.
bear in mind. Good illustrations can make up for bad writing.
I don't think I'm naturally an introvert. I've just learned to. I think I used to speak a lot as a child, and then
Get words free. I'd agree with that. Too bad most of the
growing
top
up, you
artists are
learn
jam-packed.
things,
The
and this was part of my learning, I guess, to just listen. And then somewhere along the way, I just stopped talking. I think it's not a problem when it comes to work stuff. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't impede me from doing things. It's just personally, I don't try to
Ambivert then.
share much or, talk for long as well. Very calm se matlab sort of a person I've become. Yeah, ambivert you can call me. Yeah, ambivert I can be.
What's the hurry?
There you are. Let me introduce the team. You've already met Junkichi and Shigeru. Shigeru is an experienced editor, and Junkichi is the author he's partnered with. Junkichi's working through a creative. Satomi is Yae Publishing House's ace in the hole. Her specialty is that she can write all kinds of completely different stories and all under different pen names. As for what those names
What made you download Genshin? Kinda curious.
They will be teaming up with us to collectively create the novel that knocks a first-hand guide to summoning spirits off its perch. So, feeling better about my plan now?
It definitely makes sense.
Now then, tell me what you found out about readers' preferences.
First silly reason is that I do love this kind of an art form, in the sense that because I'm so used to watching anime and stuff, the fantasy and is very much close to reality, if you know what I mean. I mean, things like this are pretty normal for me too. If I find something is fantastical, I'm more drawn to it. So I think that's the first thing I got in my head when you asked this question. Another thing is that I just love open world. Yeah, I mean, I was talking about it yesterday also. I mean, I just love running around and doing nothing. Just here for the music score is amazing. Sorry, the background score is amazing, and you get to go wherever the fuck you want. So works out pretty well for me.
Many things you know that are complete unknowns to the people of Inazuma. What is called?
Oh, right! So maybe we can take inspiration from our time in Mondstadt and Lilith. But that would make it a completely different genre than a first-hand guide.
Valid reasons.
Is that gonna be a problem?
Not at all. You don't have to worry so much about how to compete with that book. All you have to do is, as long as the core content is interesting, my expert team here will be able to flesh out the details.
Just a warning, it's raining like crazy here, and when it rains here, power goes off like it's supposed to be like a natural phenomena happening. I don't know why we pay taxes to this country for, honestly. Yeah. If you see my game go on pause, that means I'm gonna be off for some time. I'll try to come back and restart the live, but I don't know when that will happen. Just letting you know.
Never underestimate the appeal of culinary-oriented subject matter. Food. Good job, little one. You're not only drawing on your own experiences, but it seems you're filtering them through the lens of the kinds of light thoughts from the experts. Are we able to work with this general framework to make an interesting story?
Yeah, we think it works. I tend to overcomplicate the core concept if I'm not careful, so...
That's good. Okay, we're done with Chapter 1. Let's move on to
Alrighty.
Won't that do for now?
Readers will devour your content a lot more quickly than you'd think. If we don't keep delivering the goods now we've caught their attention, all our hard work so far is in vain. Hurry, Chapter 2, let's go. Can't you see that Satomi is waiting?
What's wrong with you? You don't look so good.
What a pity. I thought your beginner's luck would carry you a little further before it came to this. But alas, the time...
Before it came to what? What's happened?
The bane of our existence. Writer's block. It's your arch nemesis for life, appearing without warning and inflicting a pain worse than death upon the writer. They sell their souls just to get their muse back.
Sounds awful!
When this happens, the best thing you can do is have a bite to eat and take a proper break. Boss, get me a plate of fried tofu.
So tell me, what made you download
Shikatsu
Genshin?
Just the basic kind will do. Don't worry, this is my treat.
Your treat? Oh, wait a minute. Miko, we'll be getting paid for all the hard work we're doing, right?
Of course, everyone that takes part in the creative process will be paid.
Alright, cool. Then let's press on, shall we? Ooh! Does this mean your inspirations come back? The Lele Academy has more student clubs than you can shake a stick at. And as the new kid on the
Should I be honest?
There's the culinary club, the architecture club,
Yes, please
the
be honest.
culinary club, even the coconut milk research club.
I mean,
but in the end, the
why would you
chose
lie?
to join the rock and roll club, taking a chance on their youthful dreams. 4 newcomers to the Paimon loves it.
I give it a 9.5. A classic tale of youth and... I especially like the head of the club. Great character design.
Oh, yeah!
Great. Well, now Sat...
Leave it to me, Lady Yai.
Let's write about Inazuma in the 3rd chapter, shall we? I can help with this one. We can use the Vision Hunt Decree or your experience in the Resistance. Any...
When the Vision Hunt Decree comes out of nowhere, the protagonist... Find out how the protagonist goes on to make great contributions to the war effort. It's surprisingly normal.
I think it's rather good. A lot of people still like the classic hero's journey. One thing, though. We'll need to rewrite the part about me giving you...
Well, my ex loved this game, and she got me into so we could play together. But now I'm the addicted one.
Teaches the protagonist a spell that can make their wishes come true.
Whoa. So we're really going head-to-head with our rival on this one, huh?
I suppose so.
Oh, that's so nice.
I'll write the passage where
That's
the
a funny
protagonist recites
story.
the incantation myself.
I mean,
Do you really think
that's what you do, right? I mean,
first-hand guide to summoning spirits?
The content is fine.
that's how I
Now
got
we
into a
just need
lot
to
of
promote
things.
it.
People come
We'll
into your
consult
life
an
to get you
artist
into
make
new
some
things, and you
illustrations.
get addicted to
I'm
them.
positive they will be at least as good as those in A
That's how it
First-Hand
goes.
Guide to Summoning Spirits. We'll also need an endorsement on a paper band around the book. She runs a regular Q&A column in That's Life magazine. You're free to take a break while the creative team is doing their work, but please go by the Yai Publishing House at some point to commission Ms. Hina for that recommendation.
But we broke up a month back due to religious differences.
Oh man, I feel sorry for you. I mean, maybe you got something better. I mean, there's really not much to say, you know, when you hear such things, because it kind of sucks that these kind of things have to be a reason for people to be not together. I mean, we all got like bigger fish to fry. I mean, but you know, circumstances like these. Sometimes I wonder why all of these things have to be like a problem. But you know, it's been so many decades of...
getting so popular lately. A lot of people have come to us hoping
Well,
for a
good for you.
collaboration. But Miss Hina's not interested in any of it. She still prefers to focus all her efforts on replying to readers' letters.
I mean, you
and turns
eventually
down
have to
every
move on
promotional
from
opportunity she can. Maybe that's
whatever
why
you
fans
call
like her so
failure
much.
or lessons
I'm getting off topic here. Anyway,
in search
if
of
we
better
get that
things.
endorsement from Miss Hina, you'll definitely get an exposure. May your light novel sell well and set a new record for the Yai Publishing House.
We'll do our best.
Are you sure you'd like to submit this entry? Let me see. The Miraculous Adventures of the Traveler by Thousand Hands.
What a strange pen name. Definitely your doing. Having been around you so much recently, Paimon's slowly starting to
What do you mean, strange?
We'll get this printed as a matter of priority.
Uh-oh. Paimon's getting a little nervous.
Did you check out any anime I mentioned yesterday?
Okay, then I'll sign you up. Please come back in 3 days for the results.
I knew it
Thank you all for your
that
submission.
if I
wish you the very best of luck.
meet you again, you're going to ask. But I felt super lazy today. I still have the tabs open, but I've still yet to go and download it. I did download the Shonen Jump app and read through a couple of chapters of Demon Slayer. But I was so tired yesterday and I just went out to sleep. So basically nothing productive happened.
I see.
You've all finally made it. Good news, everyone. I just received word that your light novel is flying off the shelves.
Woohoo! That's great!
This level of success is an amazing accomplishment for a new work. I have free copies for each of you here. Please take them.
Oh yeah! The whole reason why we made this light novel was to combat the influence of a first-hand guide to summoning spirit. We sold a lot of copies, but it doesn't feel like we accomplished our goal. How do we know whether it worked?
Oh, don't worry. The change is already underway. Shh. Listen to what the people around us are talking about. The conversation has already moved on, hasn't it?
Hey guys, have you heard about this latest Kaidan thing doing the rounds? You just need to recite the incantation from A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits at midnight, and your wish will come true!
Oh, that? That's a throwback. That's old news, man. No one's talking about that anymore. The Secret Spells of Lady Kitsune is the new hit thing.
The Secret Spells of Lady Kitsune? What's that?
You haven't read it yet? Okay, so supposedly, if you recite the spell in there on a moonless night, you'll receive protection of the Kitsune and all the other powerful yokai. They can make any of your wishes come true. I heard that the incantations in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits have weird side effects. This one guy wished for a load of mora and got it, but then one night, it all turned to leaves and he developed a high fever. They actually had to use one of the secret spells of Lady Kitsune to get rid of the discomfort. That proves that the incantations in this book are more potent than the ones everyone was trying before.
Really? Well, I better go and prepare too.
Well, feeling less worried now?
Wow, you're right, but what's this moonless night that they're talking about? Hyman doesn't remember that detail from the brainstorming session.
This is something that will become very important to us further to...
There's a phase 2?
Of course. Behind every book that hits the market lies an author, right?
Oh yeah. If we leave him to his own devices, he might just write another guide to summoning spirits. Also, we still need to figure out what his motive for writing it was.
Exactly. That's what we need to take care of next. Fortunately, I've already managed to identify the author. He's a failed light novelist named Tomoyuki. But when we went to ask him about it, he had no recollection whatsoever of having written the book. Yes, this is another case of possession. Only this time, whoever possessed him actively sought him out. After his novel submission failed, he was walking aimlessly in Araumi. In frustration, he shouted out, "Please, someone, anyone, help me write a truly amazing novel."
But the spirit that wrote the book has already left him now, right?
Simple. It wrote a summoning incantation in the book, didn't it? And you, my little friend, are the perfect candidate for this role. Oh, what are you talking about? The fun's just about to begin.
What's the hurry?
What's your fav story quest so far?
Miko, what is this place?
The ideal spot for a little meet and greet with a certain elusive author. This is the place where we are most likely to succeed in summoning the spirit.
Really? But it feels so eerie here.
That seems rather fitting. What are you so afraid of, honestly? We're finally about to meet the true author of...
Paimon's heart is pounding, but Paimon's pretty sure it's not because of excitement. Hey, wait up! Oh, Paimon's scared. Stay close by, okay? Don't leave Paimon all alone.
I really like the... Okay, again, I don't know the... Sorry, give me a moment. So, I don't know the name of the story quests, but I can remember one was in Liu. I think it was something to do with the Adepti. She was very weak and I did a lot of stuff for her. I mean, but the visuals in that story and was really nice.
What a weird painting. Miko, do you know what it's supposed to show?
Okay, what have I gotten myself into? This looks
Probably
serious
a
now.
scene from ancient Inazuma.
It's a good piece of artwork and all, but it's
Do you remember which one I'm talking about?
so it's a bit scary.
The one which has this blue fluffy dragon kind of thing also. Not a dragon. It had 4 legs.
Let's go inside and take a look.
I mean, proper legs.
Have you completed Tsurumi Island
Surumi
story quest?
Island story quest. Again, I wouldn't know.
Was it
I
the
actually
Leon Arkham
wouldn't know.
quest?
Even if I had, I'll have to search for it and look it up and then I'll probably... So bad at these fights. Hi. Nonsense.
Wow, this place is huge. Hey, is that a mirror? There's a really weird looking stool as well.
Leo Archon quest I know. It has to do with Ningguang, I think. No, not that one. It had like an adepti.
All right, go and take a look around. There
I had
should
to
be a
fix,
mechanism somewhere that makes
like,
the
she
whole
was very,
room move.
okay, I need to figure out how to do this thingy. Oh wait, what do I do? Okay.
You're in for a little shock.
Probably Cloud Retainer story quest then.
Acha. Okay. Cloud retainer. Yes, something. Yes, yes, something like that.
Don't be such a brute.
I did do that story quest now, I remember. Hey, how do I get rid of it?
Come a little closer. Blitz.
Oh, guilty. Okay, now what?
What's the hurry?
Show them. Fury. Emerge right now.
स्पेशल कैरेक्टर के साथ ये हाल है.
You're in for a little shock.
Okay. Nothing at all.
What's the hurry?
Wait. अरे किधर? Okay, now what? Okay, I don't know what to do now. Weeks, no. Okay.
It's like a lucky day. Oh, so sad. Freeze.
Motion to compel. Time for celebration.
What's one more
Come on now, right here. Right now. I'm always right. Emerge. Ha. Time to shine.
dodge this?
Incinerate.
Frostbite. Freeze. This
Okay. I still don't know if I'm doing it right. Oh no, what did I do? I think I'm doing something.
You're in for a little shock.
Show them.
This will be frozen in time. Freeze. This
Oh, okay.
Whoa. It's that painting we just saw. It's turning this way along with the whole wall. It's getting eerier and scarier. What is this place?
Okay. Next I will show you a secret kitsune spell. This painting is a swift summoning medium, which means I'll be able to skip many of the more tedious steps. The murky mirror reflects the view of Inazuma in a bygone age. Spirits stirred by the sight of the past will be easily drawn to it. You're up next, little one.
Sorry, there was so much going on. What were we talking about?
Yes. The whole point
Yes,
of a summon
I
ritual
seriously
is for a
don't
dead
remember any
person's
quest that I
spirit to
played,
possess
only
a
by
living
visuals.
person's body. You saw what happened to that.
I think I liked the Archon quests more because it was very, very nice
Care about the
stories.
little one quite a lot, don't you?
Very long drawn,
I'm a little
but very
jealous.
nice stories.
I wish my friends were caring like that.
I really loved
Anyway,
the ending
you
of
scared,
Liu
little
Archon
friend? Sit
story.
on the
Really
chair,
loved it.
stare at the painting, and relax your body and mind.
Mondstadt 1
Try
is
and be
not really
natural.
my favorite
There's really
though.
no need to be nervous.
It's like she's sitting inside.
Sumerer and Font in Archon Quest were the best.
Huh? Is Paimon seeing things? Did the painting just move?
Yes, I think Nahida is my favorite Archon.
In your heart that now,
I thought the quest was very, very
to
intelligent.
summon forth the author of
And Balladeer as a character was redeeming.
Mondstadt
So,
was boring.
The book is selling
redemption arc was really
but we're
nice.
going to
The painting is moving again.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think when I started playing, I think I kind of lost interest. And I didn't even finish the first Archon quest. And then finally, when I came back to it, then I kind of fought with the Dwalin and stuff like that. That battle was very hard and long. The longest one. Oh my god. It was a pain. Bar, wahi actions. You have to keep
Another
repeating.
budding writer? What's come over you all? Why is everyone wishing for help with their writing? Are novels so popular in this day and age?
We got you! So you are the one who wrote a first-hand guide to summoning spirits!
I think when Mondstadt gets Dawnman Port expansion we are gonna get something good.
Huh? What's your game here?
Huh? What's this?
Oh wow, okay, I did not know about the update. Where will the domain grow though? Maybe to the east.
You ask me what my
I guess
game
that's
is
the only place.
Well, of course. It was to use this
I'm sure, but what will they actually do? I mean, since Natlan is going to be about the Pyro Archon, and the story has to progress that way, right? Because Anemo is already done. North, okay. Acha, north of that God-forsaken place. I hate going there, it gives me the creeps.
Good. With this power, no one shall.
Wake up! Quick! Wake up! We gotta stop him!
It is futile. You shall never wake her again.
Hey! Come on, wake up! Don't let him take your mom! Miko! Think of something! Miko!
To the south of Liu we will get Blacker Cliff Forge, largest weapon factory in Taivat.
You're laughing?
Oh, Rakusai, you
Much
haven't
needed in my opinion. I mean, I have shit weapons.
Well, look what you've done to this little flying one here. Oh, poor thing scared witless.
Probably we get these two regions in 5.6.
5.6 is a long way off.
Yes, we do.
5 को ही wait नहीं करना था.
Allow me to formally introduce the author of A First-Hand Guide to Summoning
So I
Spirits.
keep joining these other people's live
No, wait.
streaming, and a lot of people are supposedly going to be pulling for Yelan.
Memories. They're just different
Now,
words to describe the same thing.
I wonder.
Something
I
that
think
comes from the ley
I would really love a pyro.
Incident when the Rift Hounds
I'd
were
love to
gnawing
pull
at the
for a
sacred
pyro.
Sakura's roots?
Or
You
like a
witnessed human memories leaking from the ley
really
lines, didn't you?
like
Long way back
5-star sort of a
introduction, which will be exciting.
all-rounder.
In life, yokai possess supernatural power. Typically, yokai memories survive longer in the world than those of humans.
I got Yellen 2 years ago, she is hella fun.
I was wondering, it piqued my curiosity. So I popped inside his body and
Acha,
wrote a novel for him.
okay.
So that's how it happened.
So do these banners keep repeating every year? Like, is this the specific time that every time this Yelan banner or like whosoever's banner repeats? Or do they also keep changing and you'll have to keep looking out for?
Bodies at will, like I can. But with this incantation, they can go one last little George.
She's trying to say that all the commotion this causes is likely to be a great disturbance to the...
Disturbance? I guess you mean that we might leave them with some broken dreams after we leave, hmm? But you know, I actually think that the most admirable thing about human beings is the way that they go out and shape their... As for those who would rather draw on external power than seek to improve themselves...
Banner repeats, but it can't be predicted when it will drop randomly.
So when you think about it, we're actually doing the humans a big favor. Miko, you agree, don't you?
Yes, that's what I thought too.
All right then. You finally convinced Paimon. You guys were right.
What are you scared of, little one? Don't be deceived by her day-to-day antics. Miko is actually one of the most powerful yokai...
Okay, that sucks.
Not only that, Irakusai, but my latest...
For me, it is very confusing, even if I want to pull for something, and that's why I think I keep on pulling for this random shit that I don't know how to build. I don't think I have this one character I wanna pull. When Raiden Shogun was there, I really loved it, but I didn't pull for her because I didn't have any Primogens. Again, I wanted to pull for Al Haytham banner because I really like his vibe and that Archon Quest ka storyline also. I got to hang out with that character.
Miko, it's been nice catching up.
Zongli banner has not come. When that comes, then I'll have to again control myself. Because I really like the character, but I don't know if I want to pull for him.
I've been great, of
Same with
course.
Zhao.
Every day is a happy one. Especially these days. And even A is finally starting to come to her senses. Quite a miracle, given how pig-headed she can be.
Oh, well, great. That's fantastic.
Urakusai, you'd be right at home in this era. A great
Okay, got
storyteller
it.
and artist
This
like
time
yourself would be
I'm
the Yai Publishing
hoping
House's
for
ace
a
in the
pyro.
hole. And
Because it's a pyro archon. Hope to whichever angel that is my guardian angel. That I get the pyro archon. Which streamers do you watch? I say like randomly, yeah. I mean, whichever comes on in my feed, I'll just generally check out a lot of them.
Repeat after me.
Because I wonder, like sometimes I wonder if I'm like doing the right thing by just talking when I'm playing, or like do people want to just experience the story? I just want to see like what people want to do.
Good. Saves me from having to explain everything again.
I only watch your
Oh wow, thank you. I mean, I didn't. It is not very long since I started. Like it's been probably only 7 or 10 or 8 sessions.
Since you've come this far, why don't you do
That's
one
very
last thing
nice
for
of
me?
you. Thank you.
I'll need your help.
You cannot be serious, Miko. After all you guys teamed up to scare Paimon just now. If you think...
Oh, come on. I'm really only asking you to finish
I
what
actually
you
used to watch a lot of gameplays. Like even when I never used to play, I used to just love watching gaming videos. So I figured a lot of people like doing that. Even when you're not chatting or you're not hearing the person's audio. You're just sometimes when you just want to relax or you need some background noise for your studying or like household chores or something like that. Because I generally do that myself. Except I do watch a lot of travel videos as well. One of those GoPro films and things like that.
Well, hello there, my little helpers. So nice of you to join me. You're right on time, too.
As if we had a choice. We just want our paychecks. So, Miko, what exactly do we have to do to make this Hyakuyaku happen? Also, to be clear, we actually have no idea what it even means.
It might sound ominous, but to put it simply, the Hyakuyaku is just a gathering of the yokai. Back in the day at yokai gatherings, once everyone had had plenty to drink, one by one they'd start, but now the yokai memories that leak from the ley lines are weak. They are no longer able to fly. So I will be performing a convocation ritual for them, gathering all the wandering memories together in one place. When the time comes, they will gather in the sky above the Grand Narukami Shrine. All the preparations for the ritual have actually been made well in advance. Remember the incantation and the mention of moonless night that I added to our novel?
Oh, yeah! Something about reciting the secret spells of Lady Kitsune on a moonless night.
That's the one. Actually, it's not a wish-granting incantation at all. It's a spell to help calm the ley line memories. When that time comes, let's all pitch in and help send them on their way. I will start the ritual preparations shortly, and at that time, I need you to do 2 things. First, tell the shrine maidens to leave the mountain. During the Hyakuyaku, a whole swarm of yokai memories will be hanging around in the air above the Grand Narukami Shrine. Having the shrine maidens leave avoids the bothersome issue of someone potentially getting possessed. After that, I will commence the ritual, and the memories will begin to congregate. This will take some time. I need you at the foot of Mount Yogo during this part to keep an eye on nearby monster activity. The memories are normally dispersed and don't pose a threat, but when their energy is concentrated, it is likely to disturb the monsters. They may see this as an opportunity to try and make it up the mountain. I need you to fend them off so that that doesn't happen.
Alright, got it. Then what?
Well, if at that point you felt like coming to the shrine and getting a close-up view of the yokai, I wouldn't say no.
Okay, let's get going.
Descend the mountain? Are those Lady Gucci's orders?
Yep, Miko said the ritual she's gonna perform soon might pose a physical danger to you all.
I see. I'll evacuate everyone right away. What about you?
We'll be taking care of a couple other things for her. And once we're done with that, we're gonna come back and do the ritual together.
It seems like Lady Gucci places great trust in you. Lady Gucci's never allowed anyone else to be in her presence when she's conducted rituals like this in the past. Thank you for helping with the ritual, and good luck.
Don't worry, we're much stronger than we look. Miko's about to start the ritual. Come on, let's go deal with the monsters down the mountain. These monsters look really riled up. Yep. Let's get rid of them as fast as we can. Then we can... All right, here they come. Yeah.
shock.
Incinerate! Huh. Agreement! Motion to compel.
Cool it.
Incinerate!
Lucky day. This one will be fun. My blade!
You're ready for a little shock.
There's so many of them! Come on, you can do it!
Push your luck.
Cool it.
Don't be such a brute.
Don't
Try
hold
not
back,
to
blade!
too much.
How's this?
The fairy. Oh, so sorry.
Alright, that's the last of the monsters. How far along do you think the ritual is? Let's head back to the Grand Narok.
Oh, I wanted to ask you, what are your cats' names? You said you had 2 fat cats? 2, right?
Wow, so many! They're everywhere! Huh?
Yes, the memories of the yokai. They haven't been able to relax and soar through the air like this for a long time. Come with me. You all right, little one? You look a little nervous.
It's just, Hyman's never seen anything like this before. Whoa, they've really blocked out the moon!
It does look a little intimidating, doesn't it? But I know them. They may be loud and brash at times, but they are good and brave souls. Even after losing their lives in a brutal war, they have never given in to grief or despair. Alas, their time is short.
Do they really have to go?
It's a feast, and all feasts come to an end. Since you're sorry to see them leave, why don't you do the recital along with me? Oh,
Have you
Hakushin,
completed
cause of
all
this enchantment,
quests
in
and
reverence I
everything,
perform
everybody's
this
story
rite.
quests? Or is there something that's left for you?
Be a guiding light.
So beautiful! Look! Lights are coming from Inazuma City!
The book says, recite the secret spells of Lady Kitsune tonight, and our wishes will come true.
Oh, Hakushin, cause of this enchantment.
I perform this rite to be a guiding light. Your unrivaled power will be honored eternally.
Hokusai. You asked if I was doing well. Really, every day is a happy day for me. But watching you all leave now, I can't help but feel a little lonely. Just a little, of course. Just as I thought. The ritual went very smoothly. Thank you both. Oh, I'm great.
But the look on your face just now...
I'm fine, seriously. Really, No. Honestly, you two.
Pico...
Fine. Well, if you're dead set on doing something for me, you can treat me to a meal.
Sure, no problem. A meal is...
Okay. Well, see you...
Wish me luck.
Purina drains everybody's health in my team. I mean, I don't know how to build her, maybe. I don't know how long to wait till, actually.
Today is the day we agreed to treat Nico to a meal.
Ad Astra Ab...
Wait is unbearable. How is the next chapter of the miraculous adventures of the Traveler not released yet?
It was quite a surprise when the moonless night finally came.
Yeah, that huge black cloud over Mount Yogo that night. It just seemed to form out of nowhere.
But then nothing happened after I made a wish using the method in that book.
Yeah. I guess light novels are just fiction after all, huh?
That night was definitely the nail in the coffin for the incantations from novels fad. Still, something tells me the miraculous adventures of the Traveler will remain an interesting series for a long time to come.
Huh? Paimon can't see Miko anywhere. Guess she's not out here. Maybe she went inside already. Let's head in and look for her.
Ah, my little friends. There you are.
Miko, what is this? You started eating without us?
I did, yes. You're paying after all. The thought of being able to eat the most expensive dishes and drink the finest sake. Boss, see these two faces here? Remember them. They're the ones picking up the bill later.
Alrighty.
What's gotten into you? Come on, sit yourselves down. You have to try this fish. It's found exclusively in the waters around Seirai Island. Or maybe you'd rather try this? I know. I normally can't bring myself to drink sake this expensive either. If you don't drink alcohol, that's fine too. There are all kinds of fruit juices covering the whole price spectrum.
Nico! You are outrageous! Last time we were here working on the novel, all you ordered for us was the plainest kushika...
Strange. I remember no such thing. Oh, so what? You did offer to treat me to a meal, didn't you? Anyway, I am something of a VIP, you know. Wouldn't you find it embarrassing to treat me anything short of lavishly?
Miko, this meal is going to be super expensive! Aren't you afraid we won't be able to afford it?
Oh, don't you worry about that. You can most definitely afford it. They're still printing your light novel by the batch, you know. You have quite the generous payment due.
What? Darn it! She tricked us into this! Miko was after our Mora from the very beginning!
Oh, the looks on your faces right now. Too perfect. Oh, by the way, since nobody's wishes came true on the moonless night, novels with incantations are no longer in vogue. So you'll have to come up with something new for the next chapter of The Miraculous Adventures of the Traveler. The deadline is looming. I'm counting on you.
Welcome to Uyu Restaurant. Please talk to me if you want to order.
Any choice on which story quest I should do now? Okay, maybe I'll choose. Which one should I choose? I think I'm gonna go with New Village. Yeah. Yes. Righteously or rightly is also good. Let me get this also. But I will start with this.
It's been a while since we last saw Neverland.
Wow, I keep coming back to Fontaine's quests. I think I secretly love Fontaine's quests.
Paimon has so many questions about his true identity. Let's go talk to him and find out.
Wait, did I hear that right? Monsieur Neurvalet, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
That's right.
No, but why? Technically speaking, cases like this are better left to the guards.
Neverlet! Sidine! Hey there! What are you two talking about?
Ugh, Traveler and Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. He wants to investigate a case. This is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting?
I trust that you'd be able to work that out with how well connected you are, but I must apologize. I do not plan on relying on anyone else's help for this.
So, what is it exactly? It sure sounds serious if it's something you've got to investigate personally.
A Melusine named Kiara received a threat letter.
And then?
That is all the information I have acquired at this stage.
Huh? I have no idea why you're so hung up over this. I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So...
Thank you for understanding.
Then I shall return to my post for now. Should anyone visit while you are away, I will be sure to make a record of it. I sincerely hope that you will return soon.
Judging from Sidine's reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to investigate stuff personally.
I cannot tell you just yet, but there could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must...
Come on! Stop being so secretive! We still have no idea what's going on!
It is not my intention to keep you in the dark, but I need some time to revisit those memories and collect my thoughts. Long story short, a little more than 400 years ago, I became the Udex of Fontaine and initiated a series of institutional reforms. There were few people I could trust, but I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine, and Vautrin, leader of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
They must have been amazing people to receive such high praise from you!
Indeed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to protect them. The reforms damaged the interests of some, and the more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to instigate political unrest. Ultimately, they wanted me to yield more of my power. The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life. All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society. I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine. Many common folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melusines, and whatever they do can be traced back to me. Some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, exploit that belief and stir up conflict over Melusines in an attempt to lay the blame on me. I have nothing against the opinions of others, but the moment a whirlpool of conspiracy forms, it inevitably affects the innocent. It has already happened once, and I want to make sure it does not happen again.
Even so, why do you have to be the one investigating? There's the guards, the Maréchaussée Phantom, and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Aren't they more than enough to figure out what's going on?
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold hostility towards me do not belong to the same department. The political system of Fontaine is relatively complex and involves the interests of multiple different factions. However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine, A lot of trouble could be avoided if I personally took on the case.
Outsider? But aren't you the Chief Justice of Fontaine? Why would you be an outsider?
I understand where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily a connection between my responsibilities and how I perceive myself. You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations. Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons and humans. Taking on the role of Chief Justice does not make me a part of this community. In fact, the status I was granted has prevented me from forming deeper bonds with others. I have lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong here. That is why I call myself an outsider, a fish out of water.
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all those organizations anyway. Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the dark.
That does not sound like a bad idea. I rarely investigate cases on my own, but with professionals like you around, I'm sure it will go a lot smoother.
Oh, Paimon's starting to get a little embarrassed. Just leave it to us.
Let us go. We should visit Kiara first and try to gain a better understanding of the situation.
So Neuvillette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but Paimon feels like he has a kinda skewed perspective on a lot of things. Paimon's been thinking. You called yourself a... But since you're the Hydro Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using the more accurate term in private occasions. Please allow me to rephrase. As a dragon out of water.
Ugh. That sounds kind of weird. Let's stick with the previous version instead.
The weather's amazing today.
Kiara.
Huh? Monsieur Neuvillette! And you are? Oh, I remember. You're the Traveler and Paimon. I've heard about you.
Aw, she's adorable! Hey there, it's nice to meet you.
Thanks for the compliment. Is there anything I can do for you?
I heard from Sidine that you received a threatening letter.
A threatening letter? Oh, right! I remember now. The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek. But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger. But that's not gonna happen with everyone looking after me, right?
Have you run into any suspicious-looking people recently?
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious? Ah!
Did you think of something?
Nope. I don't remember meeting anyone like that.
Do you still have the letter with you? I want you to show me what it says.
Oh, let's see. Found it!
Now then, get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, I will come and catch you in person. Don't say I didn't warn you. A simple threat. Neither the handwriting nor the content itself reveals anything about the writer's intentions. We can't rule out that possibility. Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, I will be heading back to the Palais Mermonia to review some official documents. Kiara, you should come with us. It's safer if you stay close by.
Sure!
wait, no. I still have a...
But you are being watched right now. Going off...
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and make sure she's safe. With us around, anyone scheming to hurt Kiara can forget about it.
Thank you, Traveler. Big Sis Paimon.
Don't worry, your Big Sis Paimon...
All right. Let us go our separate ways for now. Please take care of Kiara.
We'll take her to a lost place right away. So, Kiara, how old are you?
Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can't remember. But I remember coming to the Court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette. That must have been a long time ago.
Carol? Did Neuvillette mention her just now? That was more than 400 years ago. Why would Paimon be a big sister to you?
My memory isn't that good. But Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis.
Huh. Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that? Strange. Paimon felt like someone was following us.
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two...
Oh, they're the Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
I thought so. What brings you here? All right, guess I shouldn't have asked.
May I begin inspecting the store as planned?
Of course. Go ahead.
No hazards detected. You've cleared the inspection. Seems like the criminal from that case last month never set foot in here at all.
That was quick. What were you inspecting?
I took a look around the shop. Neuvillette says that us Melazines have special eyes that can see things people can't. Things like bloodstains. No matter how hard you try to clean them up, we Melazines can see the residual stains for some time.
All right. Now that you're done inspecting, can we have a chat? Hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next month, and wanted to hire you as my model.
Of course! Is there anything I need to do?
Please wait a moment while I take your measurements. The sample should be a perfect fit.
Seems like they get along really well. Huh? What are you looking at? Is there really someone watching us? Shh! Let's sneak over and take a look.
Strange. Why isn't he back yet?
Gotcha! Ah! Charlotte, what are you doing here? Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter.
Threat letter? What threat letter?
This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to follow Monsieur Neuvillette and request an interview with him.
You want to interview him?
That's right. I'm not the only one, you know. Interviewing him is every journalist's dream. But it's not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely accepts a... So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect opportunity to whip up an exclusive, don't you think? Of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation that can't be made public knowledge.
I see. Well, if you say so, I guess I'll put... In exchange, could you tell me what the threat letter is about? I swear I won't tell.
All right.
What? Someone's targeting a cute little Melusine?
Shh, not so loud.
It just so happens that I did an interview with Kiara. I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? We might find something. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. This secret's safe with me. But I gotta warn you, even if I keep my lips sealed, others will know eventually.
Why?
People care a great deal about Monsieur Neuvrelet's each and every move. Some may have already realized that something was up. Anyway, I'll get going now. Watch yourselves, all right?
Well, that was a nice chat.
What do you think? The design?
I think it's great!
Huh. It's very pretty.
Clorinde! What are you doing here? It seems that you just showed up out of nowhere!
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer personally take on such trivial cases. I happened to have some time at the moment, and came to take a look. I sometimes have my clothes custom-made at this boutique, in any case, so we always have a lot to talk about.
Ah, Neuvrelet sure is lucky to have someone like you.
Leave this to me. You should go meet up with Neuvrelet.
Okay then, we'll leave Kiara in your hands.
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right?
We ran into Clorinde. She offered to help us protect Kiara.
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities. It looks like Kiara is in good hands.
We thought so too. Well,
I've been looking over the case records, specifically inspection reports submitted by Kiara and major cases I've judged over the past decade. I've come up with two plans. On one hand, I could start with Kiara and track down the group behind all this step. On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests of these major cases and confirm my suspicions if there is indeed a mysterious...
They both sound like pretty solid plans, but can you really finish browsing through all these documents? That's a lot of reading even for Paimon.
Don't worry. I'm a fast reader when it comes to official documents. After all, I have several hundred years of reviewing.
We'll help you read through them. We have nothing else to do.
Thank you. I will continue looking through the ones piled up on the desk, but feel free to browse through anything else in this room. Have you made any progress?
We skipped through some of them, but there wasn't anything useful. Oh, there's so many documents lying around. Just how many cases have you handled?
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself. If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases.
Whoa,
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are... There are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
You read Paimon's mind.
All right. Let us take a break then.
Even though resting is a part of taking a break, all the silence is making Paimon feel really awkward.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Mermonia for matters outside of work. Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps? You must be thirsty after all that work.
Ooh, drinks! Thank you! Paimon wonders what Novelette likes to drink. Oh, maybe he's a fan of really fancy wines. He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire... What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
Astute observation. It is indeed water.
So it's just plain old water?
What did you think it was?
Since you're the Chief Justice and all, Paimon thought you'd prefer something more...
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement to call it sophisticated. I believe you've already tried Fonta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water. Said water is sourced from all across Tevat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liyue's Chintsa Village, and Inazuma's Konda Village. Here is one of their latest products, water from Sumeru's Apam Woods. If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, the waters of Cider Lake warm the heart, the waters of Chintsa Village have a poignant touch, while one might call the waters of Konda Village placid. Distinct differences exist between the waters of each area. You will appreciate their intricacies once you taste them carefully.
Really? Let Paimon try!
What do you think?
Nope.
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining your tastes.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure most ordinary people can't tell the difference. Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon? We are allowed to bring that up, right? Since no one else is around? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society? Sorry. Paimon was just curious.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that have perplexed me.
Questions? Are there really things you can't figure out?
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns my own existence. In essence, I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me. For a long time, my memory was rather incomplete. Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However...
True. Some of them have very unique personalities, too.
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions for a long time. But there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others. Even I don't have the slightest idea what they mean. My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself. By observing their behavior, perhaps I could one day understand the meaning of my existence.
Have you made any progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to describe. That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat. Such opportunities are rare.
Are we gonna continue reading these documents?
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the documents.
Water? Do you mean
That's right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should also hold an intense resentment towards me. Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by...
Why didn't Paimon think of that? Come on, let's go take a look!
Perhaps we should go. There shouldn't be too many people near the Fountain of Lucine during the evening.
Monsieur Neuvillette?
Looks like we got lucky today. There's hardly anyone around.
What should we do next? Oh, Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few...
A safe distance? Oh, it's glowing! Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette. The Court of Fontaine is truly incredible.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest.
I know. Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
But a meaningful life.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village. In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence. For almost 20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers.
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way. I too came here for an answer.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did? The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into the society.
Oh, I see. I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead.
Huh?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future, so please try to get along.
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no.
Oh. Hello. I'm Carol, a Melusine. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards.
Please, calm down. I don't mean to cause any harm.
Hard to say. Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters. Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway?
Exactly.
that so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions.
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him. We joined the Mare Chaussee Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases.
Solving cases? With Neuvillette in cahoots with you. So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melazines aren't involved in anything that occurred recently?
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Mare Chaussee Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation. There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melazines being involved.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
You heard that?
Yeah, I don't understand.
There have been rumors saying that you were born from Calamity. There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine.
Monsieur Neuvillette said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I still want to try a little harder. Thank you for bailing me out earlier. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time.
Give them to me.
You're not...
We'll hand them out together. The faster we get...
Monsieur Neuvillette, what's this?
Medals of Peace. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melazines gain the trust of humans.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melazines begin living peacefully with the
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
You blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile. Please be on your guard.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it.
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains, there are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder.
I guess you're right. Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this.
Turn the murderer in!
Melazines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette, too!
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
The results of the investigation are...
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime. They tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth?
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur Neuvillette right away?
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Restrict access to... Wait, are you planning to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young. She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. Because I too began working towards that pie-in-the-sky dream of hers. I should have known. Those cowards don't... Can you understand how I feel? Right now, there's only one thought on my mind.
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Neuvillette wouldn't accept that as a...
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. I will take responsibility for everything.
Did you know? They're hearing a major case today. And
Hello,
the
hello,
Captain
come say
Vautrin on a
hi.
Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol, and so
I'm thinking... we should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Bail him out? Why?
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Nervillette's most trusted subordinates. Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Nervillette's status is secure as can be. As long...
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. Please, think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did?
Yeah, that's right!
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol.
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent!
He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice. I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
What?
That can't be! Monsieur Neuvillette, please give this a little more thought.
Vautrin, my friend, is there anything else you want to say?
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vautrin. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
Hey, stop spacing out! What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me. I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it still caused the emotions within the Fountain of Lucine to boil over, due to my negligence. The overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well.
Wow. The Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon thought. Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler only heard voices from the Fountain of Lucine.
It is as you said. This might be because I am different. It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. Rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
That sounds awesome!
But I rarely ever do anything. Which ones? It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. That does not mean I am deliberately hiding them. It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form. You should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this.
Paimon's starting to lose track of what you're saying. Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon wants to help too.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I discovered something strange. I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions. I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like there won't be a shortcut to finding the organization that may be pulling the strings here. However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara.
Oh! Didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
You've read about it? In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you doing here? I was just about to look for you at the Palais Mermonia.
Navia! Nice to see you again. Is there something we can help with?
I've heard some things.
Pumpkin quaving, everyone.
I'm not purposely asking around or anything. Don't worry. Rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that so I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you. You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long.
You know, it could be because you attract more attention than you think. Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still uncertain if there is in fact another party behind all this. We are planning to return to the Palais Mermonia to revisit some details and identify the senders of that threatening letter.
All right, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Neverlet, do you think there'll be any problems now that the word is out?
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, once the word gets out, no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight. What is more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusines. I hope the same won't happen again.
Strange. What are these people doing out on the streets so late at night? Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against a Melusine. This is 100% the truth. Even the chief...
What? That's it! Who's been threatening Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of hiding will...
That's exactly what I wanted to say. Think about how much we owe them.
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
We were informed that.
Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling by.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
Come on. Don't act tough.
All right. Let's go buy a cake or something.
You shouldn't ever skip meals. Especially if you...
I heard even Nervulette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Nervulette wasn't involved?
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now. If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the criminal has been...
Come and fight me
Have you heard? Even the special patrol came to help.
Shh! Look! Isn't that Nervulette? I think he's looking at us.
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is truly wonderful.
So, wanna go over and say hi?
No, I should stay where I am. Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Mermonia.
What's the hurry?
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Marechaussee Phantom. The list of involved suspects should be... Ah, found it.
What does it say?
The principal offenders Domenico, Inica, Yuna, and others have been caught. Those with close connections or mutual interests with the offenders but who did not participate in the case will... Among them, surveillance of Essin has ceased on account of his good behavior. All other personnel remain on our watch list.
So many names. Is the one who sent that threatening letter to Kiara on the list?
Yes, there is something suspicious about Essin, to be precise. It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case.
Monsieur Neverland, someone claiming to be from the Spina di Rosula just checked in with us. He said, and I quote, "We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe."
Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect's name.
I too am perplexed. The cafe isn't too far from here. We should head over and take a look.
Catch the wind.
Nervulette made an but how should I...
Hey, Navia, we're here! Whoa. Check out all these people!
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Marechaussee Phantom. They're usually hidden.
Invite them over.
Exactly. Now, I heard there's great coffee here, and so I asked them if they'd like to come and have some.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be guests of the Spina di Rosula.
I've wanted to have a meetup like this for ages.
Something feels off. But, oh well. Let's get back to business. Is there anyone called Essan here?
Yes, that's me.
You're Essa?
Yes, monsieur, Nervilette.
Did you write that threatening letter to Kiara?
I did, but I was just following orders.
Orders from whom?
Domenico. He was my boss. I couldn't disobey his orders.
Domenico. Where is he now?
The fortress of Meropide.
Well, I'm afraid even the Spina would have trouble looking into that place. Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourselves. This was as much as I could do.
You've done more than enough. I am extremely grateful for your help.
Leave the formalities for later. You should find Domenico first. If he really is the one setting up the conspiracy, it'd be best if he's exposed as soon as possible.
All right then, let's head to the fortress right now.
Monsieur Nervilette?
Welcome to the Fortress of Meropide, dear esteemed guests.
We're back! Oh, and a greeting from none other than the Duke himself! Guess we made it.
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up. Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase. I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Who does this guy think he is? Paimon hopes nothing came of it.
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started. And now he's threatening Melazines, is he? To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag. Is there something else going on behind the scenes here?
He's got the same concerns we do.
I'm concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past. I wish to meet Domenico in person and have my questions answered.
That's an easy one. Let me think. I think he's at...
Oh, did I hear someone say Melazine? What happened? Sijuin! Yeah, and we're investigating. The person who threatened her seems to be imprisoned here. Really? Is Kiara gonna be okay?
There's no need to worry. Clarande is protecting her as we speak.
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything you can do about this?
Ah, head nurse. Do you require me to personally deal with the criminal?
Wriothesley.
Okay, I get it. I'll bring Domenico to you. That's your only demand, correct?
Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here on my own accord, not to formally transfer a criminal for trial. I urge you to set aside any concerns. Thanks for the trouble. Consider me in your debt.
Whoa! If Paimon were the Duke, Paimon would take this chance to ask for something really important.
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure Monsieur Neuvillette would reject that. But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Please come with me to the infirmary. Ah, and watch your step. There's some pretty dark areas, so make sure you don't trip over anything.
What's the hurry?
Now that I think about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh?
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and would anyone like... Paimon's not that thirsty, but thanks anyway. Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that. I'll bring you some tea. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about. Typical Seishun. Concerned about it? Why aren't you two saying anything?
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite
Familiar? Paimon didn't even realize they were wearing them. But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
That's not a bad idea. I will stay here and wait for news from you.
What's the hurry? What's the hurry?
You two look kind of familiar. It's the symbol of the Mutual Aid Network. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself, though. The first president of our network was an amazing person. All of us have a lot of respect for him.
Anything you need? Oh, this? Are you interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network?
What's that?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago. We have never had many members throughout our history, nor do we have much of a reputation, but everyone treats each other like family. Helping each other is our purpose. At the same time, we seek to maintain just dealings as much as possible.
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us, but people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
Interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network? If you'd like to learn more, here's our flyer. Our slogan may have evolved over the centuries, but our goal has remained unchanged. Here, this book is for you. You're welcome to come and sign up anytime.
We should have gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Neuvillette.
Did you manage to gather any intel?
Mm-hmm. The people who wore the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual Aid Network. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace. Have you seen any of those before?
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were awarded to Carol and Vautrin. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remained should belong to Vautrin.
Oh! So the network was inspired by...
Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office. He's found up...
All right. Let us talk to him first and get to the bottom of this situation.
What's the hurry? What's the hurry?
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico. Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neuvillette? What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Calm down. I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Hassan has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
That idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your
Face
situation.
turquoise covering eyes.
Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable people here.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return. After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Marechaussee Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial. But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melusines? Over that?
My initial target was Nervilette. Everyone in the fortress of Meropide was declared guilty by him after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against him, right? If I could get them to strike back. But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? Seriously. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melazines to salvage things. I recall that Kiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection, so I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family. But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Kiara and force it to resign from the Mare Chaussee Phantom.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with any suspicious people recently?
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
Yes. And that's all I know.
Sigewinne, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later. So, Monsieur Nervilette, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melazines to stir up greater chaos?
Yes. I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any possibility.
And how long ago was this incident?
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this. Time can change a lot of things. Everything's different now.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society. But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing. I trust that they would make different choices from before.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for Melazines on our way back to the Palais Mermonia.
Monsieur Nervilette, the Melazines are a species you introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you. When people refused to place their trust in Melazines, it was because they were still on the fence about you. For almost 500 years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever nonsense went on. People no longer have any reservations about you and even consider you a symbol of the law. Right now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole nation.
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with Domenico.
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have simply been fulfilling my duties. It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. I'm simply fulfilling the promises I've made and searching for answers through my judgments. It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine. As a matter of fact, I believe that you are the ones who deserve my respect.
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of affairs says it all. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wished to investigate something on your own, many would take the initiative to lend you a hand.
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get going.
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? Why not stay for a cup of tea?
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harm. The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Mermonia's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter in your hands.
Well, that makes things a lot easier. Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild. Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high risk. I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
I see no issues with that.
Great! That's one thing out of the way. What's the other thing you wanted to say?
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you
Yep. Neverlet thought their badges looked familiar.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the Fortress of Meripede. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right. I've looked into their founder, Vautrin, who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress. According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout his imprisonment. He had never once engaged in physical or in other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
What? During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment, and I believe he had every right to feel that way.
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
An act?
Neuvillette and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment. Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice. And to those who had been sitting on the fence, Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one. That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to say? Now's your...
I don't have anything to say. Apart from expressing my gratitude, that is. Well then, let us head back. No need to see us off.
Please, take care.
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts, too. What do you think of me?
Paimon agrees with everything Risley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes an impact on Fontaine. What do you think, Traveler? Hey, any comments?
What I really think is, every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
That is indeed a reasonable assumption. As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. Since some time ago, I have begun to notice the changes that have occurred upon my person. These changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but emerged as a result of time itself. I will try to contemplate this further. Thank you both.
Oh, huh? It's raining! Oh no, Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning?
Oh, I love this quest so much.
Put away everything on the clothesline.
Fucking interesting.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
The Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Nervillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette! The rainy season's almost over! The skies are supposed to clear in a few days!
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Is the matter resolved?
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter. Risley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melusines should be safe now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
By the way, where's Kiara?
At the Palais Mermonia. More than 50 people offered to protect her. I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy. So I asked her to stay inside the Palais.
What a relief.
Well, now it looks like the dust has finally settled. To celebrate this joyous occasion, Monsieur Neuvillette, would you be interested in an exclusive interview?
That's not how you celebrate!
I will consider it.
Really?
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month. Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
Yes! Thank you so much, Monsieur!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais and issue a communique to publicize our investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concerns of all. Kiara.
Hello everyone. Hello. Are you here to give me company? प्लीज एक हाय बोल दो यार, बोर हो रही हूँ अपने आप से बात करते हुए.
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught...
Thank you, Monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon. Everyone's been so nice to me, so I've always felt really safe.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
Let me think. I can't remember. My memory isn't that good, so I easily forget things. By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now. Where's she gone, by the way? I haven't seen her in a long time. In my dream, she looked really happy. She held my hand and said, "Kiara, our dreams have finally come true." I can't remember what our dreams were anymore, and I don't know why. But I felt really happy too.
I can sense your joy. It is indeed a delightful moment.
Monsieur Neuvillette, are you happy too? Oh, I almost forgot. Am I allowed to go out now? I promised to model for Alov.
Of course. Off you go.
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler, and Big Sis Paimon.
See you next time.
Which story quest should I do next?
We once thought the Fortress of Meripede would be super scary, but looking back on it, it really wasn't that bad at all. You've got a set schedule, guaranteed food and board, and you can even buy all kinds of stuff with credit coupons. Oh, you mean Risley? He's definitely a pretty impressive leader. Well, he does look kind of intimidating. He's actually pretty easy to talk to once you've had a conversation. Paimon wonders how he's like with the people here. Yeah, he must be doing something right to maintain order here, while not making everything feel super oppressive.
Excuse me, did I hear someone there? Could you please do me a favor?
Huh? Paimon could have sworn she just heard something.
Excuse me, is someone passing by? Could you do me a favor, please?
Nope, Paimon wasn't dreaming. There's someone over there for sure. But, Paimon...
Oh, did you hear my call? Thank you so much. I'm over here, inside this big box.
You're inside the box?
Please do like and subscribe
Well, come on, Traveler, let's go take a look.
before you go
Why are you hiding in here
watch
anyway?
other nice videos.
Happened to pass by. You could have been stuck for days.
It's a bit complicated. Can we not talk about that for now?
Whoa, that's terrible. Did someone seriously do that to you?
No, it was nothing quite that serious. I'd just like some help finding my hat.
Just your hat? But then, why can't you look for it yourself? Huh? Wait, Paimon gets it! Something must have happened to your hair! Sorry. So that's what happened. Paimon gets it now. No wonder why you had to hide inside the box. You just need your hat, right? We'll get it back to you right away. What kind of hat was it?
I think you may have misunderstood me, but never mind. Please just help me find my hat. It's a soft and brown hat with a bit of a brim. Nothing fancy. I think I probably lost it near the entrance elevator. It was getting a bit hot, so I took it off and had a quick nap. But when I came to, it was gone. It's really important to me, so your help would mean the world.
Don't worry, we'll be back in no time.
I'm really sorry.
Paimon doesn't see anything here. Let's go somewhere else. Just where is that thing? Oh, this is taking longer than Paimon thought. Nothing in the water either. Oh, we've looked everywhere and still not seen anything that looks like a hat. Huh, that's a good idea. Why don't we check out the rag and bone shop? If memory serves, they've got all kinds of stuff in there. You let Paimon pick out some other stuff too. Well, either way. Paimon doesn't remember you being the boss.
Well, I'm just standing in for Mr. Now, just wait a sec. Oh, you must be the legendary traveler and their companion Paimon.
No. Well, you're half...
Sorry, I never thought I'd get the chance to see you with my own eyes. I hope you find it in your magnanimous hearts to forgive my discourtesy.
There's no need to put yourself down like that.
Why, your heroic actions at Araneus have long made their way to the fortress of Meripede. We heard that you were personally received by His Grace when you made your way down here, you know. And you're one of His Grace's favorite people, so of course, everyone wants to be introduced to you. Well, I figure you'd appreciate honesty over flattery. After all, I also only joined up here because I'd heard Mr. Alvar was a good friend of the Duke. And though I've only caught scant sight of His Grace since then, as fate would have it, I've become fast friends with Mr. Alvar himself. I mean, we've all got agendas, but rather than trying to force something to be true, it's often better to just go with the flow.
Oh, so now you're trying to kiss up to us.
Well, I did mean it when I called you legends. Oh, enough of that. Is there something you're looking for? No problem. Anything else? Hey, feel free to check out anything you want.
Wait, but that's,
Well, it's not like I'm getting paid to watch this shop. Instead of more, life's been pretty good recently, so...
All right. Paimon will take a look.
Are you sure you don't want more? These are...
It's all right. Two will do. It just doesn't feel the same. But anyway, we don't need to get into that right now. We can discuss Paimonology later. Thank you so much. We'll be off then.
No problem, and thank you for your patronage.
That's a real sneaky way of getting good reviews. We've been gone a while. Paimon hopes that guy in the box hasn't passed out from lack of air.
one sec.
Wait! So, you're not actually bald? You've got such a full head of hair, too!
I mean, I told you that there had been a misunderstanding. This has nothing to do with my hair. Wait, this isn't my hat.
Well, we got you a new one. You tried...
Ah, I see. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful, but unfortunately, there's just something special about my hat.
Does it have some kind of sentimental value?
What? Sorry, I can't explain at the moment. Time's tight as well, so I suppose I'll keep looking for a while.
If you're looking for a hat, I just picked one up over here. Is it yours?
Your Grace!
Oh, hey, Risley! It's been a while!
Well, it's a slow day today, so I decided to go for a little stroll. Even if your workspace isn't cramped, it's still good to get some air. I'll say, I'm not at all surprised to find the two of you here. You never could turn down someone's request for help.
It's what good adventurers do, after all.
Is that so? Maybe I should consider asking the Adventurers Guild to open a branch here. As I recall, these hats are very important to members of the Beret Society. Best you avoid misplacing it again, You might not have the same luck next time.
Understood. Thank you so much, Your Grace. Then I'll be off. I'll get going now.
What a strange guy. Why did he care so much about his hat? Oh, and has he done something wrong? When he saw you, it was as if he'd seen a ghost.
Oh, not at all. In fact, members of the Beret Society are model prisoners. They work hard and never get into trouble. They've saved me a lot of work, in fact. As for him, I'd guess he's just more of an introvert. It's not unusual for the more shy prisoners to freak out when I show up unannounced.
Huh? Shy? There are prisoners who are afraid to talk to people?
Prisoners are still people, after all. There are as many crimes and motives as there are stars in the sky. The idea of the criminal as a selfish, heartless brute is just a stereotype. Such labels could never capture the complexity of even a single individual person. What kind of a person a prisoner may be and why they've committed a crime, we'd never know these things if they don't share their story with us.
Huh. You've got a point. Anyway, it's all good as long as it makes sense to you.
Although most of the societies here will just turn individual brawls into mass ones, the Beret Society does appear to be an exception, and it's instead trying to experiment with some novel and interesting things. If you have some time, why don't we grab something at the Coupon Cafeteria? It'll give us time to catch up, too. And if you're still interested in the Berets after that, I can take you to their usual gathering place as well.
Paimon's not the biggest fan of that cafeteria, but if we're gonna catch up...
All right then, please follow me.
Welcome, Your Grace, and the Traveler. Would you like 3 orders of today's welfare meal? Unfortunately, we weren't informed of your visit in advance, so we didn't prepare any super deluxe welfare meals today.
I'll pass on the food, then. What about you?
Then Paimon will also pass. Paimon will save her stomach for something better.
What a pity. It would seem that none of us can properly appreciate your skills.
Then, I must beg Your Grace to find me some more ingredients, so I can come up with some more welfare meal recipes. If you're not in the mood to eat, I can get you some drinks. We just got some great shipments in from above.
Yes, please? Huh. Paimon didn't know you could get non-welfare stuff at this place.
It's not for everyone. Think of it as a special treat for VIPs.
Oh, now that's what Paimon likes to hear. In that case, 2 bottles of the drink for Paimon, please.
2 bottles coming right up.
Our first meeting took place on short notice, and we were both swamped by everything that happened after, so there was no time for more casual chit-chat. I'm actually quite fond of stories, you know. Of course, the others have already told me a lot about your deeds in Fontaine, but I'd love to hear it straight from the source.
Whoa. That'd be quite the long story.
That's a bit too humble for you. Even the most unintentional action can catalyze new developments and force many fates onto brand new paths.
Paimon gets the sense that you're trying to flatter us. That guy we talked to earlier was obviously trying to get us to put in a good word for him, but you're the Duke, right? Why would you need to get on our good side?
Well, after all, you did help the fortress and I maintain our autonomy. Is it so strange that I would want to give a few words of praise out of genuine admiration? So this is a matter of trust. Which is unfortunate, since I don't have nearly as interesting of a story to offer about myself. I was convicted and sent here at an early age. I only became the top dog after spending a long time figuring out its inner workings. Power and control come in many forms. Some fair and ethical, others less so. So, what do you think? Didn't put you much more at ease, now did it?
Kinda. You're really different from most of the people we've met so far.
I'm perfectly aware of that too, but even so, that doesn't make me think any less of you. I would very much like to maintain friendly relations with you two.
Your Grace, after following your instructions, we were able to find a box of undeclared contraband in the latest shipment of cargo. They were extremely well hidden, and we've confirmed that the senders have been using this method to smuggle goods for a while. We're trying to trace the goods to their source.
Got it. Leave the box here and contact me immediately if you make any progress. You're dismissed.
Yes, Your Grace.
Sorry, I'd almost completely forgotten about this.
She mentioned something about contraband. Are they, like, dangerous goods?
Not necessarily. The term is just applied to things people want to bring in on the sly. Many people here are experts at pulling rabbits out of the most ordinary hats, so we have to examine everything carefully. Now, what do we have here?
Whoa, this is certainly a box of curiosities. Mora, snacks, yarn, balls, ropes, mechanical parts, and even a gem! Wait, if you've confiscated this entire box, then does that mean all of this belongs to you now?
Yep. We can't just send them back up now, can we?
What? But that's just insane profit! Traveler, why don't you become a duke as well? Paimon will be your vault keeper!
Jokes aside, I didn't know you'd be so interested in this box. How about this then? You can pick anything you want from it. Consider it a gift from me.
Really? You'll let Paimon pick anything? No takebacks. Paimon will have you know that she's got a real good eye for treasure.
I never joke about things like this.
Alright, Paimon's gonna have a look. Paimon wants... this one. Actually, never mind. Paimon doesn't want this gem anymore. Can Paimon pick... There's something weird about this gem. Paimon couldn't even tune them out. It's as if the gem...
Is that so? Let me give it a try. Paimon's right. I too experienced some unpleasant flashbacks. Are you sure? I wouldn't exactly call it fun. Fair enough. Go ahead. I don't think it'll have a permanent effect.
Are you okay, Traveler? You also saw some...
I'll take this gem, then, and run a thorough investigation on its properties. Paimon, feel free to pick something else.
Then... actually, never mind.
You do have a point. In that case, we should destroy the entire box and all of its contents. Seems like we're almost done with our drinks, too. Let's go check out... I can introduce you, and we can also continue our...
Wait, are you this free every day?
Just noticed? I wasn't exactly busy the first time we met, either.
We are honored by your visit, Your Grace. All of us at the Society have been waiting for your arrival. Are these your two guests?
Mm-hmm. Members can find all sorts of drinks and snacks here, as well as a large variety of... Every once in a while, the Society will also host activities.
You flatter me, Your Grace. It's so easy to feel lonely and helpless when you arrive here for the first time. But that's when the thought came to me. Thus, it was with your...
Oh, so you were also involved with this ride?
My part in this was minimal. All I did was follow procedure and rubber stamp the application. I'm sure you have a very good sense of what this place is about by now. But the Society is a great place for those who wish to turn things around.
Exactly right. Here, we keep an eye on each other and remind each other of our goal. Our operations are entirely funded by members' donated goods and credit coupons.
Who knew you could find such a place in the Fortress of Mirapede? Oh, right, and what's the deal with the hats?
There's nothing deep about it. I just felt like if our members felt joy, and when we're together, we will feel a sense of community from seeing every optimism, community, hard work, and a desire for a new life.
In other words, that hat has come to represent...
Once again, you are exactly right, Your Grace. That's a part of our goal as well. I'll ask the members to get us some drinks. Please, wait here just one moment. Feel free to look around, too, if you want to learn more about us.
Oh, right.
Huh. Seems like I shouldn't underestimate an adventurer's keen sense of observation. I'll bear that in mind the next time I need to do something low-key. Kidding, of course. We're just discussing some small matters. We've also already gone over the organization's vision. Instead of listening to me try to explain some more, maybe it'd be better if you took a look around for yourself.
Why does Paimon feel like he didn't answer the question at all? Yeah, they're supposed to be like the model prisoners, right? So this is what their spot looks like. Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, hello. You are guests of the Duke, are you not? We've got some classics. Yeah, most of them are writing diaries. Some quit drinking.
It's because you...
Not only that, but we've also now got the mental... With how the Duke and Mr. Dugier have organized our lives down, you never know what you... And while you're here, no matter what you do, you...
So, this is...
Yeah, that's exactly right. And that's it.
Don't worry, we...
Welcome to our gathering place. Is there...
Oh, it's okay. We're just taking a look around.
Well, that's... I'm sure Mr. Dugier... Besides this space, these rooms are open to all of our members. We want every...
Wow, that...
Unfortunately, we started a collaboration with the cafe...
Yeah, Paimon can definitely...
Yep, and that's exactly why we all think...
Hey, you there, newbie.
Hello.
Yep, I'm talking to you. Now, Why don't you follow my lead and take a deep breath? Ha! With one shout, you can release all the fatigue. Why don't you also give it a try, huh? Feeling shy? That's alright. Just remember to take a deep breath and let it all out if you find yourself at your wit's end.
Alright, we've talked to everybody. It sure sounds like that would explain why Risley only... Huh. It looks like they're starting to wrap up...
Of course, Your Grace. Okay, then I don't have anything else to add. Oh, you're back. What did you think about this play? Now, note that...
Wait, I didn't know they were also a... it's all right with me, though. I'm pretty confident about our growth and...
Paimon thinks it's pretty good. Something anyone expected you to get a society...
yeah, you're...
The prisoners here, our needs are like violent beasts, but if we can placate them, which is why, in my opinion, learning to reconcile with oneself is the first step on the path to...
You've hit the nail on the head, and I'm sure that a part of your support is rooted in your desire to help those people find their way.
And Paimon thought everyone was enjoying life just fine, working and fighting.
Of course, that lifestyle is more than enough for some people in the fortress.
Speaking of fighting, I'm not sure if you knew this, but even His Grace sometimes fights in the ring.
What? You fight in the ring too?
Oh, I almost never need them.
Hey, isn't that the guy who lost his hat? Did you come... What's wrong? Did you forget about us already?
Are you feeling all right? You are looking a little pale.
No, I'm fine. Thank you for helping me get my hat back. I'm sorry.
He's still as weird as before.
Dugier, do you know what's up with him?
I'm also not too sure about that. As far as I recall, he's always been a little strange, but after all, it's my responsibility as the leader to make sure that no one falls through the cracks.
We'll leave him to you then. Oh, right, about that. You might have thought that I was joking, but when emotions run high, things often spiral out of control. Sometimes you might need more than just gloves as well. This pair of handcuffs has also come in handy quite a number of times. Oops.
Oh, isn't that awful gem? You're still carrying it with you?
Yeah, I kept it on me because of its special qualities. It won't affect me as long as I don't let it come into contact with my skin.
Go on, you guys. Pick up the item for His Grace, would you?
Yes, right away.
That gem shines with quite the dazzling light. I hope it hasn't been damaged. Your Grace, please let me know if there's something wrong with it now.
It still looks good to me. Say, Dugier, have you ever seen a gem like this?
Never, Your Grace. Don't think I've ever been rich enough to afford this kind of a thing.
I guess that's fair. We've already gone over most of the things that I wanted to talk about, so let's wrap up for the day.
Got it, Your Grace. Take care, everyone. I'll take you to the exit. Traveler, Paimon, it was an honor. I'm sure everyone would love it if you were to visit again.
And same to you.
Paimon doesn't think we made any plans for the rest of the...
Well, what's your opinion of the society now that you've taken a look around their headquarters?
Paimon thinks it's pretty chill. Weren't you complimenting them the entire time as well? Paimon doesn't remember exactly what you said, but wasn't it something along the lines of encouraging people to embrace their new lives with... There's only one potential problem. If the society does too good a job managing and rehabilitating its members, you may be soon out of a job.
That is certainly a possibility. But at this point in time, they're still reducing my workload by managing and rehabilitating prisoners in my stead. I wanted to see just how much they've managed to accomplish, and also get a sense of Dugier's plans for the future. I arranged for a meeting out of curiosity, but then I noticed some faint hints of dissonance.
Dissonance?
I'm sure the Traveler has sensed it too. As expected, you also picked up on it. The whole truth is a bit complicated, so I'll explain everything to you later. I had hoped to take care of it in secret, but now a confrontation may no longer be avoidable. It's hard to predict what might happen. Why don't you take this opportunity to check back on the gathering place? Just tell them you left. If my hypothesis is correct, Dugier should already have left. And with his watchful eye removed, you may well get...
Can't you just tell us exactly what...
I'm just following the most popular playbook in Fontaine. Investigate, obtain evidence, and then use the truth to render judgment. It's been so long since I got to watch a performance at Opera Epiclese that I'll explain everything to you later. But right now, we need to seize this opportunity. Find out what you can from them now while they're all in one place. We might not get another chance like this anytime soon.
It's just as Risley said. You said you felt there was something off about this place, right? Paimon will do her best to help.
Wait, you guys are...
We're really sorry. We just realized that we lost something, and we figured we might have left it here by accident. We'll be on our way as soon as we find it.
Oh, okay.
Nobody? It's okay. There's no need to be nervous. We'll just look for it ourselves if none of you caught a glimpse of it.
I'll go find Mr. Dugier.
No need. We're just looking for something. Why does he have to know? We can look around for it, yeah? Hey, hello?
Hello? How can I help you? The Beret Society offers a variety of resources and benefits to its members, and,
You don't know...
sorry, that's not what I meant. It's just...
Are you still organizing the bookshelves?
Yeah, and...
We weren't thinking about that to...
Sorry. You really can't check...
Okay, Paimon sees what you meant now. Seems like they really don't want to... Hey!
What do you want?
Isn't this how you...
Oh, yeah, that's right. I ate something. You're looking for something?
Oh, you're back.
It was as if they had all turned into completely different...
That would prove my suspicions. The dissonance I mentioned earlier was precisely...
Right! He was acting super scared too when we saw him at the gathering place. Actually, hasn't he just been acting super paranoid since we first met?
And that's precisely why I took his hat.
Oh, so the one who started it all was... It was you all along!
It's because I wanted to figure out what's really going on. I don't believe any of Dugier's talk about unstable mental states. Not too long. Dugier made very elaborate preparations for my visit. But I don't know.
Okay, but If you think something's wrong, why don't you just take the whole society into custody? Aren't you the Duke? You can do whatever you want in this place.
Well, maybe you're actually a better fit for the position than I am. Just give me... In all seriousness, however, cuffs and the like should be used sparingly. Everything I do is on display. The way people see me act determines the kind of world I can create down here. And I've always striven to appear fair and reasonable to the people.
That sounds a bit deep. Paimon's not sure she got all of it.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. I have to lead by example if I want to maintain expectations of justice. And that's why even though Dugier had already let a few things slip, I didn't want to turn on him without irrefutable evidence.
Alright, so you're saying Dugier has figured out some way to control the members of his society, and even though the members are acting all optimistic and motivated, it's all just...
Indeed. He certainly seems to be using some coercive methods to turn his members into the most upbeat and motivated group of people. I have some faith, though, that some of the members understood the hint I gave during our visit. The line has been set, and it's quite likely that a fish will bite.
Fish? Bite?
Let's give them some time.
Please do like and subscribe and drop in to say hi whenever you want to.
Hey, don't just leave before you've explained everything.
I'm going to be ending this session right here before I continue with the quest. Thank you so much for joining my stream and watching it and talking to me. I hope you are with me tomorrow as well. Please do like and subscribe. As you can see, I need more subscribers and I love playing games, and that's why we are here. And drop in to say hi whenever you want, and we can talk about you, we can talk about life, we can talk about anything you want. Okay then. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.